Tony, thank you very much for joining us at our MACH 2020 program. CGTech obviously was looking forward to seeing a lot of different engineers looking at the best ways to best optimize their solutions in the marketplace around engineering. A lot of people will know CGTech for supporting and selling VERICUT in the UK and Ireland. But you're the managing director. It's great to have you on the show, but could you tell me a little bit about what you was going to be showing, especially as you've recently just launched version 9 of VERICUT?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, good morning, Mark. Yeah, obviously at MACH, we really look forward to it. Our biggest UK show. So we're going to focus on version 9 and the new enhancements to the way that looks and feels. But also, we were going to go a totally different route, which was what we call take back time, which was a way of introducing VERICUT that runs in batch mode, so you don't see any graphics. It just does the job and comes back with a result. And we were going to focus. So it's like two extremes. And I was looking forward to that and presenting that, because it's something that, I mean, we talked a while ago, I think it was a meeting at SGS or at Farnborough Air Show, and I said that when we were launching Force then, that Force is for everybody. At that point in time it wasn't, but Take Back Time brings Force and the abilities of what Force does with inside VERICUT to the masses, to everybody that's got a mill or lathe, CNC. We can reduce their cycle times and make them more profitable.
Now, it's quite interesting, obviously speaking to your colleagues over the last few months at different exhibitions and some of your customers that you're working with, is version 9 a bit of a game changer in reference to CNC verification and simulation?
For us, it's a big step forwards. We've always emulated the full machine, so the mechanics of it and the way it works. Graphically, it's not always looked as good as it should, but version 9 changes that. It also improves the speed of the way it operates. So any of our existing users who've moved to 9 or will move to 9 will go, wow, this is awesome. This is really, really good.
And it's nice when you actually put the, listen to the marketplace and you improve on something that you feel that maybe can't be improved, but there's always space for that. But also within that, tell me about the Power Mill interface, Tony.
Oh yeah, and that was something else that we're doing for 9, is taking over from Autodesk for their customers the Power Mill interface. I mean, as you know, our product, we have lots of interfaces. A lot of them we produce ourselves, but like the previous Power Mill and some other CAD/CAM systems, the individual companies create their own. And this time with Power Mill, we're actually taking over and rewriting it, and we're going to look after that piece of software in the future.
Oh, that's quite interesting, actually. I mean, obviously, Power Mill is fairly well known in the marketplace, but how do you think that will actually benefit the users of Power Mill, Tony?
Because the interface will be better, and that's not. We know what we want. We know what data we need from the CAM system and what things that we can get and the way we can get them. So. And what we want to do with them when we get them. So it gives us better control. And we will be looking at things that we do with other interfaces is where we can link inside, for instance. So in one particular interface, so if you have a problem with the NC code, we pick up that problem with the NC code. But then you go, well, okay, which operation in the CAM system did that error occur? And unless we're like in some of our other interfaces, unless we're controlling the writing of that, we can't necessarily do that. And that's where it brings better enhancements. So you can actually point back to where the error is on. You see the error in the NC code. You look back on, and it'll tell you then point back to where that error is in your session in your CAM system. It makes it easier to put it right.
And just a quick 30 seconds. Could you tell me, but not so much me, I would say, because obviously I've been around force. But could you just explain to engineers that will be watching this program what force actually is and what it actually benefits your process?
Right. Okay. Force is a feed rate optimization program, but it's based on finite element analysis. So we analyze the cutting forces in the process. So and then we use that analysis to then optimize them to reduce the cycle times. But it not only reduces the cycle times, but it keeps the cutting process constant. So it keeps constant load on the tool, constant load on the spindle, and actually improves all sorts of surface finish, tool time, so the amount of time the tool lasts, tool wear, tool machine wear, and you get a better end result. But also then you make sure that it's done at the fastest possible cycle times.
Tony, it's great for you to be on this show. Thanks very much for your time. But for engineers out there that are using VERICUT, but also maybe engineers that are looking to talk to you on in taking on that product, let's say, are you open for business?
Yes, we're open for business. Yeah, we've always worked from home. So the whole of CGTech UK, the way we were set up, we've all worked from home. So for us, it's no real change, other than we don't go out and see customers like we did, like everybody did really. So that's changed, but we're open for business. We're doing quite well so far. Things are looking good. We're catching up with a lot of projects. And part of what I want to try to do with the take back time is actually change again the way we do things, and actually my goal is to get the take back time product installed and working before, and producing profit for the customer before they've even paid for it.
Well, that's great news. It's all about future proofing and taking time like this to benefit, to be the other side of the curve. So, Tony, thanks very much for your time. We'll catch up with you very soon, I'm sure.
Okay, great. Thank you. Keep safe.